How the fuck? All right, who got some questions? Thank God I can just read this shit. I don't have to. Because for every 50 of you that's cool, there's always got to be one prick. You know? I don't know how this works. You know, I'm like a grandpa myself with this. I don't know how to fuck. Yeah, Happy New Year, all you people too. Uh, Nico's a fool. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. All right. Holy shit! Wait. There's an interesting question. What state has the largest diversity? Probably California or Utah. You're a boomer. No, not yet. I got a couple gray hairs. How's the year going? Pretty good. You know, I have no functionality in my left arm, but I'm going to go plant the tree right now. I don't know how to fuck. All right. Is that what you took from that? Mount Shasta now. No, nothing's going to be flowering. Hey, you never know. Probably not. How do I find Scylla? You just got to get out there and look, brother. I don't know what to tell you. How you going? Well, what I do is I go and I steal a bunch of shopping carts and I melt them down for scrap. And then I fashion artisanal knives out of them. Then I sell them on Etsy for about 90 times what they cost to make me. And I do a little, dog and cat design on a handle and stuff. Go fuck yourself in the new year. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, I got cut open. I'm in a sling. No degree. Don't advise it unless you can get it for free. You get a Pell Grant or something. Education's a scam, at least in the United States. If you're elsewhere, it makes sense, because they got better education systems. But favorite plant, fucking all of them. I like all of them. The meaner, the better, technically. Everyone's being nice so far. No prison time, just a little bit of time in lockup. No formal convictions. Depends on the house plant. I don't fuck with house plants. Just get what you should do? Get an aeroid. Aeroids are indestructible. You see where they grow, these dark fucking hot rainforests and, canopies. You see a ton of aeroids. I was in Chiapas once and I saw just the whole, it was so dark. It was 3 p.m. sunny, fucking Chiapas, Mexico, southern Mexico. Go inside this canopy, walk through this wall of trees. I'm in the canopy. It's hot and dry. And there's aeroids everywhere. You could see why they do well inside a house. It dries out. So it's a humid environment. They get rain, but it dries out. And so they can take that drought. They can also take the low light levels inside a house, even though it doesn't look like that to us, but our pupils can dilate. So old and fat. Yeah, give me 20 years. I was expecting old and fat. Come to Alabama. I'd actually like to go there sometime. My wife rode a freight train through Birmingham. I think it was like 2005, but since then I don't think I've been through No, that's water, brother. It's water because I have a caffeine addiction. So if you drink a lot of coffee, you got to supplement it with water too. Because this is like cup 3 plus a little Gordamonte. I'm fucked, man. I drink way too much. Way too much caffeine. It's all plant-based. It's plant-based and not at all locally sourced. How does this go down? Yeah, I'm saying how the fuck, not how to fuck. Okay? You guys want to take it there. You're filthier than me. Wild capsicum on your journeys. Not that I know of. Lots of solenoms, though. Holy shit, this is coming through. I can't read all this shit. You guys got to chill out. Take a fucking Xanax and relax. I can't read this fast. God damn it. No, there's no jobs in botany because society doesn't respect science. Nobody gives a shit about plants unless there's a fucking drug or some sort of something to come from them, you know? It's pretty short-sighted and myopic. That's why that's where the crime pays part comes in. You got to supplement it, brother, you know? Get a good ethical crime. Ethical. I'm just joking. You know, any lawyers out there watching, I'm just fucking around, just playing. We have nice things. Do you like nice stuff? How do you do this? More glandular in person? No. Am I resinous enough? What plant is Xanax made from? Why the fuck why do you want to do benzos? They're the lamest drug. And dangerous too. It's very dangerous. Yeah, I drew all that shit. I haven't drawn in like a year or so. How do I go fuck myself? Well, that's you know, they got the entire websites dedicated to that. Many of them. Yeah, but Xanax is synthetic. I don't even think it's synthesized after a chemical. But I did got a nice little instructional for a free tutoring session from somebody who's a professor at Humboldt State University who teaches organic chemistry. Show penis or we riot. No, sir. That costs money. What camera do you use? Nikon D3500, and it breaks a lot. Nikon's been making some shit quality. Passiflora Xanax. That's creative. Mimosa hostilis. No, lots of plants have DMT. And mimosa's cool, not just because hostilis has DMT. Mimosa's a huge fucking genus with tons of species in it. You should look at those. Show me your statement. You guys are really getting creative with this this filthy talk right here. I'm enjoying it. How many plants do you own? I'm not much of a propagator anymore. It's kind of I don't like killing shit. I'm not home a lot either. It's more shit to worry about, you know? I got enough to worry about these fucking guys, you know? Look at these bums. That's a lot of shit, huh? I don't know. And then I got, you know what? I got some shit over there, but it's neglected. And I got it in a little grow dome. And I don't, you know, I've got desert stuff in there. I got humid shit. Some of the desert stuff ends up rotting. I got some Helianthus argyrophyllus from South Texas that's got woolly leaves. And it should be out of there, but I'm too lazy to fuck with it. I can't. I got too much stuff to do, you know? So if you have a canescent plant that's got woolly leaves in a fucking highly humid little grow dome like that, it's going to rot within a matter of weeks, which is a shame because it's an incredible plant. 12-foot tall fucking sunflowers, you know, covered in canescent hairs, totally adapted to the sand plains of deep South Texas. That would be the scrotum of Texas, for those of you who are wondering where I'm talking about, like way south of Laredo, like little Mexico. Like there's no white people now. It's all Mexico. This plant grows down there. It's like, I guess it's technically, Nuevo Leon. Closer to Nuevo Leon? No one's talking shit. Who's talking shit? No one's talking shit. Huh? You want to say some nasty shit? That's a creative name. I was switching out boxcars once and I saw somebody wrote oh, shit. What is this? It says connections unstable. I was switching out boxcars once, and you know what some sick prick wrote on the fucking boxcar? They wrote Sweet Dick Daddy with the candy balls. We were at a loading dock. We had to come pick up these boxcars, and someone had written that. We see tons of crazy shit written on boxcars all the time. Some of it's pretty creative. Some of it I enjoy looking at. A lot is just stupid bullshit. But Sweet Dick Daddy with the candy balls was poetry, and it. You know, I started saying it a lot in my engineer. This is when I was a brakeman still. And whenever we started just talking shit to each other over the radio, Sweet Dick Daddy with the candy balls. And it was pleasant. Favorite tattoo? I don't know. I got a bearded lady. I like that. I got a bearded lady and a can of beans. Oaxacan trip soon. I'd like to go back. Right now, I'm trying to work out New Caledonia. Somebody gave me money to go to New Caledonia. And yeah, this is actually, I got a friend who's a Texas botanist. What does these orange things mean when it's highlighted orange? I am like a grandpa. What does that mean? Does that mean someone paid? Fuck, I wasn't even going to ask for money. But if you want to throw me a couple bucks, you could do that. You know, if you don't got it, wouldn't even worry about it. You know, I just want you to learn some stuff. But, you know, it'd be nicer if we could all have a voice, you know, if it wasn't just me. Granted, it'd be impossible to hear anything, but this is too fucking. You guys got to chill out. This is too much. How do you? Pygmy Forest. Yeah, been there. Socotra. I'd love to go. I don't know if they'd like me there though. Getting in is the big problem. You know, the Middle East is a little tense, especially for tattooed loudmouths like me. Any plans on coming to Canada? I was there once a while ago. Culturally, it's extremely boring, but ecologically, it's fascinating. The fucking Rockies, Canadian Rockies, are incredible. Oh, thank you. Means they tagged you. Thank you. How do you get the money for slanging dick? That's how I get it. I don't fucking know. It's what selling T-shirts. Thank you, by the way. Anyone who purchased one. If you didn't get one, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's been fucking hell. It's been. I got trauma. I got to make more shrink appointments now because all the fucking trips to the post office, and then I get these emails from people. Probably wonderful people, but they're really mad because they didn't get their shit and they ordered like 2 months ago. That's why I went with Bonfire now because I was about to have a fucking breakdown. I can't do this. Depression, that sucks. Don't worry about it, man. You just got to get out of the. Don't be depressed. You just got to think outside the human bubble. You know, people are a bummer. The world is terrible. It's fine. You got to look for happiness somewhere else. That's why you go to plants, go to rocks. You know. Maybe you want to learn about, teach yourself fucking astrophysics, teach yourself organic chemistry. You know about valence shells, huh? I do a little bit, not as much as I'd like to. But don't be depressed. Don't be bummed out. The world is shit. We go on in spite of it. Oh fuck! Do you grow vegetables? Sometimes, yeah. If they're low maintenance, yeah. Not the smokable rocks though. Wait, what was the first part of that? Who's smoking crack? Are you smoking crack? You can't do that no more. You can't. It's Dickie and Hectia. Hell yeah, of course. I love all the South American bromeliads. Oh, wait. Hectia is North American. Never mind. I've seen Hectia, Montana, and Baja California, Sur, Sierra La Laguna. I see. Wait, what the fuck? You guys got to chill out. Joliet. Ooh, I love Joliet. Yeah, crack is whack. I think most drugs are pretty whack. Yeah, you know. They gave me Percocets for this shoulder. I've been trying to avoid taking it. I don't like the way it feels, you know. But I went through a period where I was drinking Kratom, but you just take a little bit, not too much. It feels like, but you take a little bit, then you go on a run. You can fucking run 7 miles. No problem, you know. It's a motivational thing. But you got to be careful because Kratom's addictive. Like coffee, same family, Rubiaceae, but and you know, Kratom's one of those things you take a little bit and it's a stimulant. And you take a lot and it's horrible. It plugs into opioid receptors. Oh, Berwyn, I like that. Does your Uncle George hose down his driveway? You ever seen a large Italian man in a Dago tee? This would be, I prefer to call these Dago tees, not wife beaters. It's a much more pleasant mental image. You ever seen, someone flipped me off. I like that. Wait. Go back. Why did I? Oh, wait. Why metric and not imperial? Because metric is the fucking unit of science, brother. Why am I going to get? I know what inches look like. I don't know what fucking millimeters. This is the easiest way to learn what millimeters look like. Bong rip. Yeah, actually, I've been smoking weed the last couple of weeks to deal with last 2 weeks. Yeah, literally to deal with the pain, but just a little bit. Prepare as Kratom. Don't start doing. You don't need Kratom if you don't. I mean, if you're going to do a little bit I shouldn't have said that. I worked with a conductor once who was doing a lot of Kratom because it's still legal. But it's generally harmless. If you have too much, you're just going to puke. But I don't like the association with opiates. I can't slow this shit down. How do you slow this down? Some of you millennials. Am I a millennial? No, I'm like a little bit older than that. Tell me how to slow this down. How are you going to grow? You got it to grow Kratom. You need hot, humid. I got shoulder surgery because it kept popping out. Favorite non-hallucinogenic mushroom, Cordonarius vanduzerensis. Kratom does help with opiate addiction, yeah. So does exercise, though. You can't just do Kratom and sit on your ass. You got to do Kratom and go, how do I slow this down? Could someone tell me how? Someone told me how to slow it down. Fuck. Lithops and their species. You like Isoaceae? I like them. Oh, wait. You know what? I think it just broke. This is a fucking pain in the ass. How do you do slow mo? I don't know how to do slow mode. Huh? Do I look like a computer literate fucking... Oh, look at that. Someone flipped me off again. Oh, okay. I thought you were actually being mean. Why am I looking for conflict, huh? Because I got some fucking issues. That's why I'm in therapy. Plenty of you should probably be in therapy too. You just haven't admitted it yet. You know? We all have our ways of coping, some healthier than others. I tried to make most of them healthy over the last couple of years, because what I was doing wasn't working, trying to fight everybody, figuratively or literally, Yeah, I don't know how to slow shit down. How do I do this? This is killing me, man. Where do I find the slow down option? You don't slow it down. It's just like life. Rudy Rosegay? Who's Rudy Rosegay? Put your finger on. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. I got a touch screen Asus. What's your occupation? I'm fucking gleefully unemployed. But actually, I should be collecting some fucking insurance because I got this disability. They get cut open. They cut me open 5 times on this fucking shoulder. Band, I don't know. I'm not much of a music guy. I like it sometimes in the background, but... Oh, okay, there we go. Trump 2028. I think he might have trouble with that. I don't think he's going to last another 10 years. He might die, but they'll keep his brain alive. How do you afford to travel so much? Again, slanging dick behind the Circle K in Chico. No. What's a bleaker town? Fresno. Yeah. Do you like voles? Yeah, all right. You want to get a close-up of a snake drawing? Herpetology. I didn't study herpetology. I just pick it up from friends. And oh, these are nice. Okay, there's some nice emojis. Could you get more eloquent with that? Gotta show you the fucking art, pricks. There's a golden eagle. There's a spot in the there's actually a spot I rather enjoy going to in the Mojave Desert. There's another spot down by the Mexican border. There's a spot went to in Utah. It's like a little trilobite. There, I took my kid to it. There's a snake. There's a creepy Christian lady. I didn't realize I left an eyebrow off, but I kind of like it like that. All right, this is fucking... I got to eat some food. I think I might be done soon. Fresno or Bakersfield? Fuck. I'd say Fresno's more bleak. I think Fresno's bleaker. Because Fresno has the whole, they got this weird, suburban medical industry, too. So they've got this really, the whole privatized health insurance thing is in, just office parks and fucking, and it's nice. It's kind of, that's fucking depressing. But then you got all these homeless camps. We used to see them because I was taking trains down there for a while from Roseville. And just the bleakest fucking Mad Max style dystopic homeless shit. It's crazy. Like fucking people smoking speed in tents and tarps next to the train tracks, living in their own shit. It's depressing as fuck. And then, of course, once they get there, they might not have been on drugs once they get there, but once they get there, they're on meth. And then they're fucked. It's so hard to pull somebody out of that. You're fucked. It's just the overall decline of Western civilization, it seems like, You don't take care of the people on the bottom, and it's going to end up impacting your life, too. Wait, what is this? 2 species. I don't know about that. I think there's a lot of different laptops. Huge radiation in that genus. Favorite book of plants. Plant Systematics is good, but it's too brief. He doesn't go into enough depth. Zomlepper's book is good too. I used to have a Google Drive up, but somebody snitched it out because it was all pirated material, but it's fine. I talked to them all those authors. I said, is it fine? They said, it's fine. You can pirate this. And so I said, okay, I'll pirate it. And then I put it up on the I forget. I think I posted on YouTube, but then somebody snitched it out. I think it was somebody from Springer, the Scholastic company. and they reported me, and then I got a notice from Google saying that they shut the drive down. But there was a bunch of free textbooks. I got like fucking 120,000 pages of free textbooks. Incredible shit. Biogeography. But then I just showed people how to go to LibGen too. I should actually do another video just about stealing books on LibGen. You know, because they're PDF. It's not like you're stealing the fucking raw materials. What do they give a shit, you know? If I put all that energy into putting an educational resource for people together, I'd want it to be free, you know? I'd want to be comped for it a little bit, you know? But once I hit that mark, I'd make it free for people. I don't know. Carbon sequestration, we're fucked. There's no stopping it. It's too late. Doesn't mean don't give a shit, but fuck you, you nihilist asshole. All right, I'll take that. 1,600 species related to sunflower. No, there's about 28,000 species in the sunflower family. You mean, what do you mean, genus sunflower or what? I go to just botanize. Yeah, I'm all self-taught, entirely self-taught. I took a couple community college classes, you know, at City College in San Francisco back when you could still live there and when it was fun, you know, before it got filled up with rich squares. Now it's not that fun anymore. You know, but you should go to community college, you know, just go. Get a Pell Grant. Go. Lie about how much money you make, assuming you make, you know, a living wage, which you probably don't. But if you do, just lie about it, and then they'll send you there for free. You know, get a Pell Grant. Is there any hope for Australia? No, I think it's kind of fucked. Huge extinction event. I don't know why Australia is the most fragile. I think it's because it's been isolated from the rest of the world for so long. It's a lot more susceptible to climate change-induced weather patterns since it's surrounded by oceans on all sides. And so minor fluctuations in ocean chemistry, salinity, and water temperature, as well as minor fluctuations in ocean currents. That's what really fucks people up. Fucks up weather patterns, is changes in ocean currents. And so Australia is just a lot more sensitive. It's sad too, man, because there are some lineages there that exist nowhere else in the world, and they're getting knocked out. And you know, Australia, if I was gonna move somewhere, I would probably, assuming I had the money to, because you know the United States just seems like it's just a downhill fucking, we're just circling the drain. I'd probably go to Australia, but I don't know, it just seems so fucked, you know. You look at Southwest Australia, all those eucalypt forests, they just occupy they're incredible forests. You think of eucalyptus, you normally think of the fucking one or two tacky species that are overplanted, but the genus has like 800 species in it, and some of them are incredible. And most of them don't have, they don't become invasive that easily. They just don't have what it needs. Eucalyptus globulus is a big pain in the ass, but you know, diversicolor and Jacksonii and these fucking trees, the eucalypts that get as big as redwoods, they all occupy this little couple mile wide band along the southwest coast. And they used to occur farther north, but Australia's been drying out for a long time. Now it's really ramping up because of climate change. And they got nowhere else to go. They're already butted up against the ocean on the south. They're going to be extinct in, if not 100 years, probably a couple centuries. But there's no, I mean, we're living in a mass extinction. There's no stopping it. You can't stop. You could slow it down maybe, but you're going to convince 8 billion people to change their fucking values? We're set on a course, man. We're set on a course, and there's a void of leadership. Okay, what is the most common way that plants living in salty soil filter out the salt? One of the main ways they do it is accumulating it in their tissues so that their tissues contain more salt than the surrounding soil. Thus, the water will flow. It's basically a way to counter I guess you would say, osmotic pressure. Maybe I'm saying this the wrong way, but they basically accumulate more salt in their tissues than is in the ground, and so it draws the water away from the ground. Triplex does that really, really well. Oh, Tasmania. Yeah, Tasmania's got some time left. Australia's fucked, but Tasmania's got some time left. Yeah, it is really sad. It's really sad. Break out your fucking existentialist books, you know, all your dark. You got to find coping mechanisms. I mean, the planet will recover. It'll take a couple million years, but how long did it take after the KT extinction to recover from that? Permian was a big doozy. Permian took like 9 million years. KT extinction, I think. When did biodiversity levels increase? When did you get a lot more species? When did you get the amount of species you had prior to that comet slamming into the fucking Yucatan? I think it took a couple million years at least, 5 or 6, maybe longer. So the planet, people always say this, the planet will be fine. I mean, not really, you know, you're going to lose a lot of fucking species. The rock will be fine. The spinning, you know, mass of rock with a molten core will be fine, but the planet's not going to be fine. We're losing a lot, you know. The museum's on fire. It's literally like a burning museum. And some things will make it, a lot won't. But, you know, you give it 9 million years, assuming you have a bunch of rich donors, and there'll be more acquisitions. There'll be more collecting trips, more, you know, diversity will increase. It's just going to. No, I've never done iboga. No, I don't know. I don't really have a need to. I'm not against it. I've heard it's good for junkies, though, for people trying to get off heroin. I've heard iboga is good. Don't know much about that family, though. I don't even know. I forget what family it's in. Are all your tattoos botany-based? No, some are just ridiculous jokes that were funny for a couple of years, and now I just kind of see them. And what was that? Team Gymnosperm or what? Fuck, man, that's a hard one. You know, you fucking with me. You know? You gonna put me in that position? Probably Gymnosperm. I don't know. Don't know. I like flower plants too. 8 billion people fighting for the last crumb. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Crabs in a bucket. I was riding the Green Line as the subway, the L line in Chicago when I was a kid, and I met this dude. He was some like older hip hop guy. And we started talking because I was looking for spots to paint graffiti, and we started talking, and he said that he was mentioning like the neighborhood he grew up in. He was like this. It was cool. It was like this empty fucking train, Green Line train on the L. Beautiful Chicago sunset, going over all the rooftops and shit. And there was no one else on the train. It was just me and him. And he saw me lurking because I was looking for everyone paints the rooftops in Chicago. And so we started talking, and like 40-year-old black dude. And he started just telling me about where he was from. He told me about the crabs in a bucket effect, which humans get into when they're put in dire situations, and they just kind of. Why am I talking about it? It's kind of dark, you know? It's fucking. I don't know. I got to take it there, you know? I got issues. Beneficial microbes to soil and its relationship with. Well, hopefully your soil's not fucked enough that you need to do that. But if your soil's been sterilized or overfarmed or whatever, you got to add beneficial microbes in it. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's something about Trump getting reelected and go fuck myself. Another fucking Trump supporter in need of therapy. Peace to you, brother. You know, you got to talk those issues out. You got to talk those issues out with somebody. Go to a therapist. My advice to you is get a nice Jewish hippie shrink. Now, you guys don't like the Jews. A lot of the Trump supporters don't like the Jews. They like Israel, but they don't like the Jews. Go to a shrink and just fucking talk it out. Just cry. Don't be afraid to cry. Let it all out. You know, you're so angry, let it out. It's really, you know, it'll make you feel good. You know, maybe you could do some of that psilocybin-induced therapy too, make you feel better. Scottish Highlands. No, I'd love to go. What's the Young Turks? What do you think we should plant on lawns? I don't know. You got to dig them up first. No, not in Chile anymore. Yeah, I know, but you gotta. Yeah, I feel the same way about him. But you know, the people that support him, you gotta understand. They got you know, they just need some love. They're so angry, and they probably don't get out much, and they don't have much travel experience, and they just, you know, they're fucking. They're mad about something, you know. They need just a little bit of it. You can't write them off. They voted for his dumbass for a reason. I don't get it. Not like I would have fucking voted for Hillary. I mean, I don't really need to vote. I live in California. It doesn't matter anyway. I shouldn't be saying that. Vote, right? Should I be saying some positive shit? Vote. I am a fucking nihilist, I guess. Huh? How to start a native garden? Yeah, man. Oh, in a hot, dry climate. How do you start a native garden in a hot, dry climate? You got to Okay, other one. I got ADD. Only visited north of Chile? Yes. I'm saving south of Santiago for later at some point. How do you start a native garden in a dry climate? Man, you got to do it in a cold, wet season. And then even if you irrigate, if you plant shit in the hot season, even if you're irrigating it, it's still going to be stressed the fuck out. You got to just plant it when it's cold and wet, when it's not hot and dry, and just plant a shit ton. And some of it's going to die, and that's fine. Having your arm, I got shoulder surgery. Get that nice union health insurance while I still got it. Hi, Ma. What is your white whale? I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, fuck politics. Why are we talking about this? You don't talk about that on the railroad. I'm friends with the Trump supporter on the railroad. He's fucking nuts. I love him. I love working with him. He cracks me up. As long as we keep the subject matter up top, we don't talk about shit. But every once in a while, see, he violates that fucking rule. I love the fucking guy, but he violates this rule. He's a motherfucker. He starts talking about all this crazy shit because this guy fucking, he swallows all this shit. Mike Savage, all this crazy right-wing conspiracy theory shit. Dude lives in California. He's obsessed about Alex Ocasio-Cortez. He's, who's a senator 3,000 fucking miles away. He's obsessed about her. And I feel bad for the guy because he's going to have a heart attack. He's a drunk. He's going to have a heart attack. And he's like, he's not that well educated either. But I enjoy the shit out of the guy. Working with him is a fucking pleasure. He hates the company too. He's funny. But he goes on these fucking rants, and I have to be like, yo, man, you are punishing me. Can you stop talking about, I don't care. Like, you don't talk about politics or fucking religion on the railroad. Can you please stop? So, no, there's some fucking wingnuts on the left too. Yeah, of course. We're not fucking doing this. Fuck off. You want to bring politics up? I'll shut this fucking thing down. I shouldn't have talked about it. I'm sorry. Any interest in psych eds? Tons of interest in psych eds. Absolutely. But you know what? Most of them, it was thought they were ancient, but I think most of them evolved. Most of them only evolved 12 million years ago. There was a study that came out. So they're an ancient lineage, but they're modern members of an ancient lineage. So they're not, when you go into this living fossil thing, you can't think about it in terms of this same genome has been this way for 150 million years. You have to think about it. The things that this is related to evolved a long time ago, and it's a modern member of an ancient lineage. That's a more appropriate way to put it. But then there are things like the coelacanth, that fish, that actually have remained the same for 100, 200 million years. Favorite dinosaur? I don't know enough about him. Oh, fuck, not the coyote. Please, I don't want to talk about the coyote. You trying to fucking trigger and start crying and shit on here. Start trying and talking shit. Little coyote. That fucked me up. I didn't realize it till later. Thoughts on Whole Foods? Shoplift from him. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Can't say that live. Plant-based diet. Yeah, you have a clean colon. I gotta come from a line of Dagos with dirty colons. They all get the colon cancer. That's why I don't eat too much red meat. Also, I just don't like it that much. I don't like it. I fuck with a little bit of chicken every once in a while. If I'm in Mexico, you can't get healthy shit in Mexico. Not healthy shit. You're a lot more restricted. So if someone gives me some carne asada tacos, I'm not gonna turn them down. And vegans, I like the idea of a vegan diet, but where they fuck up is they get all Jehovah's Witness about it, and they just keep, they become missionaries. Nobody likes a missionary, whether you're a fucking Trump supporter, whether you're on the fucking extreme left, or whether you're a vegan. You stand on the street corner and you just spout your crazy shit. People don't listen to you. They don't like that. That's not the way you win people over. So, the fuck. What was that? I just posted some fucking meme about vegans where there's like a dude, there's like a line of 20. It's a picture of 20 urinals. One guy's on the left, he's pissing, and another guy walks up all the way to piss at the urinal next to the dude who's pissing, and then he just stands there and he says, "I'm a vegan." That's kind of true, you know. It's all about the delivery. You want to live that way and eat that diet. That's great. You're probably going to be a lot healthier than most. I mean, you can have a shit diet on a vegan diet too, but when you keep talking about it and you just fuck, it's how you lose people. You know, it's like it's the self-righteous promulgating advice for learning plants for beginners. Yeah, I wish I could post this Google Drive, man, this Google Drive link, but I don't trust. You know, every 1,000, then there's going to be one snitch who snitches it out to Springer, and then I get a notice from Google saying I'm giving away free textbooks, and then I got to shut it down. Yeah, I agree. Oh, you know what's a good book? Pointy Teeth. Someone says something about Pointy Teeth. You know what's a good book? Evolution of the Human Body. You got an Audible account, you know? You looking for something to listen to on your drive, you know? Evolution of the Human Body, and it's about it goes into some of that, like pre Homo sapien hominids. And it's really interesting, you know. Also, I would like to say, for anyone that doesn't think that human beings are fucking insane and that, you know, dispositions towards violence and greed and all this is my negative. What are we talking about promulgating? My negative view of us is that we're fucking nuts unless controlled for otherwise. You look at our most closest relatives, chimps, they're fucking out of their minds. You know, you ever seen footage of a large male chimp grabbing a young male chimp and fucking bashing its head against the rock, huh? How's that for your optimistic outlook on human beings? I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying it's fucking terrible, but you got to control for that. Control those, all that negativity is, a lot of it's genetic. And if you don't control for it, you end up like a psychotic piece of shit, like the chimp that bashes the young chimp's head against it. All the books and PDFs you'd like to share. Oh my God. Vatten, write down a list of all the books and PDFs you'd like to share for beginners, and I'll get them on a different platform for you. Yes, that I can share. I got a Mega Upload account, but I think they got fucked with too for piracy stuff. So, yeah, bonobos are chill, man, but they're not the, you know, they were probably pre-hominids. You see like how bad my ADD is? Like from fucking subjects going like this. Bonobos are chill, but think about all the other hominids that existed. They were probably chill too, some of them, and we fucking killed them so that we could take over. So greed and violence served us an evolutionary benefit at one point, but now it's obsolete and it's hindering us, and we're just creating a fucking ghetto of planet Earth. But yeah, humans are pure crazy. I agree. If you could, okay, anyway, the guy that was saying put PDFs, if you can email me and you can figure out a way, or even just make it like a zip file of a bunch of different books that I can, that's why I was trying to show people how to use LibGen, because this is really, you know, you want to use the internet to look at pictures of food and butts. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that shouldn't be the main thing you use the internet for. Or do you want to use it to teach yourself shit about the world around you? You know, we all live in these fucking myopic stalls, right? Think of it like a bathroom stall. It's where you spend most of your life, figuratively speaking. Okay, and when you can finally peek up above that stall and look out on the rest of the fucking world, you see you live in a huge. That's, you know what? A bathroom stall is probably not the best way to describe that. There's probably this is fucking like a Minnesota bathroom stall, Minnesota airport bathroom stall, huh? You knock on a thing and you didn't they catch a Republican senator doing that? He was soliciting blowjobs, and kudos to him. He's hanging out with the wrong fucking crowd. You could do that shit. There's a place you want to go fucking, you know, have gay sex in a fucking Minnesota airport bathroom. You could do that. You got to just change who you hang out with. What am I talking about? Anyway, a good analogy for this is if you forget the bathroom stall. I'm talking about the importance of free education, what you can use the internet for. You know, I think of like a kid living, like a 15-year-old living in fucking Iowa, who's everything around him is shit. He's so totally isolated, has no experience of the world. Everything he learns about the world comes from fucking Netflix or TV or whatever shitty pop culture he's probably been exposed to, you know. And so, but now you've got the internet, and it can bring a lot of stupid shit too, misinformation, whatever, but it can also bring, if he knows where to look for it, or she, don't want to be gender discriminatory. If he knows where to look for it, he can it's a window into a world, it's a window into the rest of the world, so that's one of the great things that has come with the internet. I remember growing up, I got sent to military school when I was a kid. I didn't want to go. A lot of kids got sent there by the court. And so our way to basically interact with the outside world was, I was into punk rock back then. We would mail order records and zines. This is all pre-internet. And that was our one way to get, brain food, to get mental stimulation on subjects we were interested in, which is mostly just music, but also just, other ideas, and et cetera. We'd order a lot of books too. And that was the contact with the outside world. Everything we had in that the culture of the fucking military school obviously was bleak, everything from the fucking hazings to the what anyway. But, so I think of that, that like kid and fucking, you want to look outside of the world. Everything is just a human world. Everything is just everything that's been strip malls, fucking, video games, whatever the fuck. And then you get this perception of the world outside of that. You get this perception of whether it's fucking faraway landscapes or, you learn a little bit about the cosmos or anything. That's the beauty of the internet. It's basically made free education a very real possible thing. So I'm fucking ranting here. You know what? Fuck off. Yeah, I'm not asking you to watch this. You want to listen to me rant? You don't need to. But if you can help me set up, email me, crimepacebotbotany doesn't no apostrophe at Gmail, and help me set up a PDF thing or some sort of hosting site that I can share with people. Because I get people hitting me up all the time. What are some good recommendations for books? Give me some I can just share. I'll just copy and paste it from my phone and send it to them. Because Google's got to take that shit down. They can't be hosting stuff. They can't be hosting pirated PDFs. But, all right, that's enough of that. Discord. I don't know how does that go? Can you, I don't know any of this stuff. I'm not a fucking, in this sense, I am like a grandpa. I don't know how, I'm computer illiterate. Minutemen Black Flag. Yeah, it's pretty good. If some of you guys who are much more knowledgeable about computers can explain to me how to do a file sharing that's not going to get taken down and not going to come back on me, that I can get these books out there, because I have literally like 200 fucking books, PDFs, and I'll read them. I'll just go to a chapter at a time and then put it down. I just got a little tablet. That tablet thing is fucking great, man. I thought, I laughed my ass off at ebooks 5 years ago. I didn't want to fuck with them. I thought they were ridiculous. Now I'm totally behind them, and if the fucking tablet gets jacked or broken or some shit, you just order another one on Amazon, boom, download all that shit again. It's fucking great. Or you can keep it on a little mini SD card. You can get Android tablets for $100. It's just crimepacebotbotany doesn't no apostrophe at Gmail. That's the email address. You know what? I was selling shit through the mail at one point, and it was a fucking nightmare. I couldn't do it. And then I feel bad. I get these emails from people. Well, the post office kept fucking me. So I get these emails from people saying that they never got shit. And then I'd be like, well, did I fucking send it or not? I could have sworn it. Then I'd find out I did send it. The post office just fucked me in the ass, lost it. And now this person still didn't get their shit, but I took their money. So now I'm in a position, do I have to refund the shit or do I fucking, do I send it again? It was just, and then I feel bad. I'm like ridden with, it's the fucking latent Catholic in me, ridden with guilt towards people who didn't get their shit. I feel like I fucked them over, Huh? Don't trust assholes in compute. What am I supposed to do? I don't know how Redbook, maybe I'll do that. Yeah. I got to get off this. Can you legally own a firearm? Fuck yeah. Except in California, to get a handgun, you got to get they make you take a fucking class or something. And I would get a handgun. I'm not opposed to it. I had a Mosin Nagant that wasn't registered, but then it got stolen by tweakers. You know what a Mosin Nagant is? And I'm not a gun fetishist by any way. I think it's fucking ridiculous. I appreciate the Second Amendment, but I think a lot of these people who obsess over guns and they fucking, I worked with a dude once who had $10,000 worth of ammunition, And this guy was clearly, I know him. He's an insecure guy. He's compensating. You spend 10 minutes with this guy in a fucking locomotive cab, you could tell he's he's a little bit of an insecure man, which plenty of people are. That's fine. You know, you got to work that shit out in therapy. But this dude owed $10,000. You know, he fit the profile of the type of person who's going to hoard gun. Well, I'm sure some people just enjoy him. Hunter S. Thompson was a big fuck. Well, he was a fucking nut in the drunk. I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, the point is this guy was really insecure. And he was always talking about his accomplishments, always trying to prove himself. And then I found out he owned $10,000 worth of ammunition. I said, oh, fuck, that makes sense. You're the total. I mean, the guy's safe. He lives in the country. No one's going to fuck with him. But he's like he's preparing for the zombie apocalypse. And I think that whole culture in America is fucked. I'm not anti-gun by any means, but I think it gets a little crazy when you got people just hoarding these. You know, you got to get another fucking hobby, I guess. I don't know, whatever. I met Alan Rockefeller at a fungus fair. You know, I haven't had anything to eat, and this is like my third cup of coffee now, and I can't, my fucking ADD's going real bad. Yeah, desert adaptive bromeliads are the shit. Trichomes can do anything. Trichomes can secrete fucking resin and oil. Trichomes can be hairs, just dry hairs that protect the epidermal tissue from drying out and from ultraviolet radiation. Because a lot of people, no, you don't have to take a class to own a handgun in California. You gotta, I think in Alameda County at least you have to. I don't know. But I would buy a Glock, you know? But the fucking ammunition, you know what? I'm a cheap fucking whap too. I don't want to spend $1 to shoot a fucking bullet off. That's insane. You know? You go out, you shoot 50 fucking bullets, then you're out $50. That's crazy. What fucking hobby is that? It's way more cheaper to just go fucking hike 10 miles up a mountain looking at the ground. Have you ever run into poodle dog bush? Erica Maria, Jesus Christ. Ariodictyon perrii, formerly Turricula perrii. Yes, I have. It gave me a horrible rash. I touched it and then touched my face, and I think it was just really dry. The air was really dry too, so I got really dry skin, and my face swelled up like a box. I didn't even recognize myself. It was kind of funny. This was my girlfriend at the time, my ex. And I woke up and I looked like I was just some fucking wino, like someone who's had cirrhosis for like 10 years and just, you know, living on the streets and then got their ass kicked. My whole face swelled up. I didn't recognize myself. Incredible plant. Talk about trichomes. Holy shit. The plant we're talking about is called poodle dog bush. Ooh, message retracted. What is that? Oh, yeah. You say some real nasty shit. Ooh. Owning guns is a hobby. Yeah, it could be nice. It could be a nice hobby. It just gets a little weird when you have about, 100 of them. Is it 15 cents per round? Well, where the fuck? You know, when we were at the shooting range once, they weren't charging 15 cents per round for a Glock, for a 9mm. Shit was expensive. That was the big turnoff. I don't think Bonfire hosts stickers. What is your stance on GMO? They can be cool. It's too bad Monsanto gave them a bad name. You know, GMOs, they're technically genetically modifying the American chestnut, but for a good purpose, not the profit of it, but to reintroduce it into the ecology of the American East Coast, which is what it should be used for. But of course, all the hippies are terrified of GMOs now because Monsanto gave it a bad name, and Monsanto did give it a bad. I mean, they're fucking, you shouldn't be genetically modifying crops that are wind dispersed and planted wholesale and whatever. But GMOs are. This is where the left fucks up. This is where like the left gets anti-science. You shouldn't be automatically against GMOs. You should educate yourself on how the fuck they work. You know, you modify genes. You modify alleles by selective breeding. Humans have been doing it forever. It's a lot easier and therefore a lot more prone to potentially sketchy shit when you're doing it in the lab, because you don't have to go through all the, grow 100 of these things, pick one, select it, then breed that. When you do it in a lab, it occurs a lot faster. So you can cause a lot more havoc if you're not careful about it. But genetically modifying things, it doesn't innately make them toxic or fucking, it's silly shit. It's stupid. Learn about it before Italians need food or they lose. It sounds like a dig. Are you fucking with me? No, there's plenty of kooks on the left. You know what? We're not doing this. I'm not talking fucking politics. I don't care. This is what's fucked this country up so much is everyone's so clung to their fucking beliefs, their political beliefs. Oh, cool. You sent me an email. Thanks. Jesus, Tony, the caffeine is making you sound like a fucking. Have you been watching the fucking channel at all? Have you seen the videos? You see, I do this in the videos too, just ping pong back and forth between subjects. I should probably eat something though. You know what I did last night? I went on like a 10-mile walk and then got a fucking pint of Ben & Jerry's Froyo, just like a nasty fucking pig. And I just ate the whole thing. Just fucking stuffed my nasty face in it. And it felt so good. 700 calories of useless nutrients just fucking down my gullet. But it was Froyo though. Have you ever planted Sequoia giganteum? Yeah, I got one planted like 10 blocks away in front of an auto shop. It's about 25 feet tall now. They can be hard to keep alive when they're seedlings because they get damping off real quick. You don't know what the effects of GMOs are down there. Well, I mean, yeah, but neither do you. So what are you fucking tripping on, huh? No offense. I said it with love. Yeah, your outlook on humanity should be bleak, but you got to get on in front of it. Don't be a drag. This is why comedy is important. You know who's funny? Like a comic I like lately is Mark Norman. You gotta drench everything with humor. The world's fucking bleak. You're not gonna get out of it. Don't do this California shit everyone does, where you got to make things as forced positivity. People tried that in the 50s. American housewives tried that in the 50s, and it drove them fucking nuts. You got to be honest, be real, keep it 100. Things are fucked, but you keep on doing things in spite of it. You don't need an optimistic, rosy outlook to keep doing what you're doing, Make it funny. Just drench it in humor. It's fine. You'll be okay. You'll be fine, Get your hobbies. Get your things. Facts on bananas. That's a fucking facts on bananas. I'm going to say that about 900 times more today. I don't know. They're not dying out. But the banana that we all eat is a single clone. It's all the same genome, which means it's prone. I don't even know how to go into this. I don't even know if I can. But when you've got the same clone of something, if you have 100 trees that are all the same clone and you get a pathogen that they're susceptible to, then all those 100 trees are going to be susceptible to it and die out. This is why sexual recombination, genetic recombination is important. That's why species sexually reproduce, to mix up the gene bag. You throw all those fucking genes in there, shake it up like a shake weight. Like a shake weight. And then you throw it on the table and you see what you got. And you get, 100 different fucking offspring. A couple are susceptible to that pathogen. A couple aren't. And then the ones that aren't get to go on and reproduce offspring of their own. The ones that are susceptible die. Well, it turns out the fucking common banana you buy in the grocery store is all the same clone. It's all the same clone. So when they prove to be susceptible to some, I forget what it was, some fungus or fucking probably a fungal pathogen, maybe a bacteria. So they all are going to die out. If they get this thing, they die. But there's endless probably different kinds of bananas. This is why it's good to maintain wild populations of plants that we've derived cultivars from. I was just talking to a friend about this, about apples, which come from like the Kazakhstan area. And there's a bunch of different wild, because you're preserving those genes that may not be present in like a fucking Fuji or whatever the clone name for the bananas you get in grocery stores are. Genes that may not be present in that clone might be present in the wild population. And those genes could endow it with things that would make that particular banana or that particular apple, because they're all the same species, remember, but they're different phenotypes, I guess, that we clone and clone and clone. And if you don't introduce them with some new genetic material every once in a while, every couple decades or something, then you're going to be prone. You got an Achilles heel to fungal pathogens. So Pheno hunting. Well, I mean, it will eventually. I'm running out of fucking steam here. Any opinions on permaculture? Yeah, I like it. Puya Raymondii. Yeah, they got some at the University of California Botanic Garden at Berkeley, which is great. That fucking Botanic Garden is one of the only reasons. Well, not one of the only, but it's the main reason why I haven't. It's the main reason why I look forward to actually coming back home. Because the whole fucking city I live in's changed. But the University of Berkeley Botanic Garden is probably one of the best botanic gardens in the country. And you live in the Midwest, East Coast. You hear Botanic Garden and you think like, oh God, it's some place my fucking significant other wants to drag me to. I don't want to go, because you're thinking of Botanic Gardens in this old style English setting with the fucking lawns and the manicure. They're just wedding backdrops. But when you go to a Botanic Garden, it's like a living museum, like a living fucking reference library of plant material. It changes your whole outlook. So there's no lawns. There's things aren't put together as like a wedding backdrop that they do some fucking corny overpriced weddings there. They got to make their money. Everyone's a whore. I don't blame them. I'm a whore sometimes. Wild collected plants from all over the fucking world. Everything's grouped into the whole garden's grouped into geographic areas. Plus, we live in a climate where you can grow any of this stuff because it doesn't get too hot. It doesn't get too cold. And you can see what it's like, what a botanic garden should be like. It's like a fucking museum of different species that are all composed of the base of the food chain. That's why plants are the fucking, so people ask me why I study plants, because they're the fucking base of the food chain. They're the reason that we're able to live on planet Earth. They connect us to the sun, Yeah, animals are cool, sure. The plants are really what bring us down anyway. Yeah, I just told you, I just seen Puya Raymondii. It's Raymondii, not Rumandii, but Raymondii. Yeah, Queen of the Andes. It's huge. It's like it looks like an agave, and it's monocarpic. It's one of the monocarpic Puyas, meaning it only flowers once, and it sends up like a 30-foot tall stalk of fucking, composed it. All the flowers are like the size of a golf ball, but there's hundreds of them on the stalk. It looks like a giant telephone pole full of flowers. Incredible. And they grow at 10,000 feet they grow at 10 or 11,000 feet. I forget where. I think in Peru. Ever bang a midget? Yeah, fuck yeah, I would do it. Sure. Yeah, well, you got a midget. They want to be called little people now, too. Detroit is a cool plant house. What would drive an evolution to trifoliate? What would drive a plant to have trifoliate leaves? I don't know. That's a good question. No time in the pen, just a little bit of lockup overnight. Shit, this is too much. All right, this is getting to be too much. All right, I got to eat some fucking food. It's noon here, and I've just had a bunch of coffee, and I'm kind of running low on mental energy. Murray Bookchin, no, I don't know about that guy. Go get a sandwich. All right, brother, I will comply with that. Gas exchange, yeah, plenty last night. You should see what I had for dinner. No little person. Am I transgender? Not yet. Do you have... Why are you so angry, Grandpa? This guy just said I'm an angry grandpa. Don't be angry. Don't be angry. You got to work it up. Go get a bag. Do some, take up some Muay Thai. You like the Muay Thai? I like Muay Thai. We got some pads and shit over here. We could do some, do some drills. Eat fruit, not friends. If we all pitch in and buy me a Tesla, really? No. I got a nice Toyota pickup. It's fine. Split some wood, dumbass. I don't know what the fuck. All right. What is it like a slang for jerk off? I don't know what the fuck. Okay. Peace, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Hey, thanks a lot. And wait. What's this? CBD requires THC in combination to work. Yeah, I've heard that. Something about bioavailability. Fuck. Yeah, I'm slowing down. Go fuck yourself. I will do that. All right. Well, listen, guys, it's been real nice, and I really appreciate you coming here. Thank you, and be sure to subscribe. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you subscribe or not. You want to learn though? That's something. I'll try and figure out this. I'll try and figure out this PDF thing so I can get you guys some free textbooks. Anyone's, hopefully we'll find it on some sketchy overseas hosting site that can't be shut down. Russia's got a lot of those, huh? I think that's what it's got to be. I think it's got to be some Russian. Fuck. Ooh. Oh. It's got to be some. The Russians have all the sketchy shit that can't get taken down. LibGen, Sci-Hub. Maybe I could get one. I could just set up botany and geology textbooks. All right. That's all I got for tonight. Go fuck yourselves and have a lovely rest of your Happy New Year's and what the shit. Thanks. And if you feel like it, you don't need to, but if you feel like it, throw me a couple bucks. Fuck it. I don't even need to do that. I feel like a whore. I don't need that. I'm like shaking a little cup. I didn't even do anything. Everyone wants to be compensated for not doing it. I didn't do shit. But if you see me sometime, buy me a burrito, would you? All right, I'll get you back later. Bye.